Hi, this is CY once again. Thank you for joining me. It's already 12 a.m. in the morning. Now we are officially in the 27th of October. And this is, okay, I'm not too sure whether you can see. This is actually the lot 17, right? The coffee from Papua New Guinea, which we have roasted on 2 days ago. So I'm going to test this coffee by making a simple filtered coffee. Right, as in rested only for 2 days, but we're going to try the coffee anyway to see how it tastes. And if this is something I can improve upon, right? Because I'm going to do a second batch of roasting on this coffee again. Right, so let's see how it goes. It will be very simple. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to heat up the water. I think I didn't switch on the power, so let me get it on. Right, and let me add some. Okay, I think I should have enough water inside. Yes. Okay, let me top up some water. Okay, never mind. I think I'll just let it be. I'll measure about 10 grams, which means we're going to brew about 1:15 ratio, which is about 150 grams of water. Right, that's 10 grams. Okay. This yellow color DF64 is equipped with the SSD multi-purpose brew set, so I will be using this for all my filtered coffee. As you can see, I don't need to bellow much. I'm getting exactly 10 grams back, which means there's almost zero retention. Okay, the coffee bean smells okay. I'm just going to use a standard V60 paper. Just do a fold quickly. Just wet the paper. I'm just going to pour all the way to 150. Give it a gentle swirl. I grind it pretty coarse. I just want to get the initial taste and see how it goes. Drawn down should complete in about a minute or so. This is going to be a fast one. should be finishing very soon. Just quickly heat up my cup. Okay, it's ready. Slow. Okay, let's see how it goes. So this is a good time whereby I can relax and enjoy the coffee that I made from lot 17. This is actually the lot from Papua New Guinea. Let me check the tasting note. Well, I forgot, this one doesn't appear on my catalog, I believe. Let me check. Yep, it's not there. The descriptors is not there. So I have to base on my not so well equipped taste bud to tell you about the tasting note. It is still pretty hot. There's no acidity at all. A very slight sweetness there. I think this coffee will taste better when it cool down. Very clean. I think that's because of the SSP multi-purpose brew. The smell of the aroma of the coffee is not very intense type. I think probably because the beans are actually the wash beans. Let me check. Yeah, this definitely look washed to me. Right, it's not honey treated, it is not sun dried. There's no special treatment to it, just plain washed coffee. So it has a very clean taste. It is a pretty enjoyable cup, but it doesn't have a lot of up and down. It doesn't give me a lot of excitement. It's a nice cup, but it's a not so exciting cup of coffee. Yep, it doesn't give me surprises. So which means this is it's an okay coffee. If I go to rank it from 1 to 10, maybe because of the way that I roast it. So I'm going to compare, I'm going to do a roasting of this lot 17 again after this. And I'm going to try the coffee again. If the sweetness can be enhanced without the acidity, I think this is going to be a more pleasant cup. I guess this is partly because I've roasted these beans for espresso usage. So it is slightly in the longer developmental time, which is about 15%. So if I can, but I cannot do it to this batch because this is a consignment job from the Singapore Coffee Association. So I will not be roasting this for light roasted and for filtered coffee. I will try it on my own coffee beans. Yeah, it is a pleasant cup of coffee. You don't need to add any sugar to it. There's a hint of sweetness inside. Totally zero acidity at all. It is almost tea-like, very earthy. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, so let's move on to the roasting, which is actually the lot 17, again from Papua New Guinea. The plan is actually very simple. Again, I will try to complete the entire roasting in about maximum 11 minutes. So I will roast it at about charge temperature about 190. I'll still keep it the same thing, and pretty much the same profile as the previous one. Let's do that. So first thing, let's check our temperature, which is pretty good. I'm going to connect my roaster now. When my Artisan is ready, let's switch on the Artisan. Right, you can see it's ready. It should display the temperature very soon. Yes. So it's now, the exhaust temperature is about 188. Let me make sure that everything is switched off. Let's reset the curve, reset the time. The temperature now is the perfect temperature for me to charge. So let's do that. Let me offset the damping to a 0. And make sure my discharge is off so that I don't repeat the same mistake. Okay, so let's do that now. So before that, let's measure this coffee bean, see how many grams are here. I'll do about 1 kg. Let's see whether there's 1 kg here. Oh, I think it's just nice 1 kg. Yep, it's about 1 kg. So let's roast about 1 kg for this batch. Oh, on the paper it stated 1 kg here. Same thing, I'm going to charge it. I'm going to soak it for about a minute. Then I will start to step up from 70. I will probably start from 70 and step up every 15 to 20 seconds to reach 100 degrees Celsius. I mean 100% heating power. So reset, let's start again. Alright, let's start. Charge, heat off. I'm going to soak it for about a minute. Only seconds. $50 seconds. $60 seconds. Let's increase to 70%. We should be reaching turning point pretty soon. Yep, turning point is at about 1 minute 27 seconds. Turning point temperature is about 82 degrees Celsius. Let's increase to 80%. Right, the first stage is a bit longer. Right, I'm going to increase it faster now. %. Let's go 100% now. Okay, so now our heater is at 100% power. We are now at 2 minutes 30 seconds. Our bean temperature is about 93 degrees Celsius. So in order for me to reach 150, there's a difference of 60 degrees. And which means to say if my RR is about 20 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius change a minute, I will need about 2 to 3 minutes of time to reach 150 degrees Celsius. Which means I'm expecting at about 5 minutes plus, I'll enter the second phase, which is actually the dry end. So that is actually pretty much the plan for the first two stages of the roasting. I have forgotten to switch on the timer on the manual roast touchscreen controller, but my RR is reflected on my Artisan. So since I'm using Artisan to record, and Artisan did really give us a lot more information as compared to the touchscreen monitor, which means it will be good if you connect your laptop via Bluetooth to your M10 Sniper Pro, and you can actually use the graph there, because it really gives you much more information. And even if you're still doing manual roast on your M10 Pro, you can still output the graph through the Artisan, just that you cannot control that through your Artisan because you are still doing the manual roast. And that is a little bit more troublesome, because at the same time when I record the event happening, I have to ensure that I key in all the changes manually as well. But I find it quite okay because I'm getting used to the work process. Right, the coffee bean is still very green. You can see, but it's slightly turning yellow. We are reaching about 4 minutes 50 seconds, about 130 degrees Celsius of bean temperature. We are looking at it about we may have to spend slightly more time to reach the dry end. Now it's at 130 degrees Celsius, so we need about another minute or so. So we are looking at about 6 minutes 30 seconds to reach the dry end. Now the bean should start to turn yellow. Yep, as you can see, from green it's starting to change to yellow color. (140°C), we're at 6 minutes 30 seconds, 6 minutes 20 seconds. Beans has turning to yellow, and some still a bit green, which means we have not reached dry end totally yet. But we are reaching there very soon. Some are still slightly green color. Almost turning yellow. A little bit more. Okay, I think drying has reached. So now I'm going to start to reduce the heating power to 90%. Now I'm going to try to control the rate of roast. Let's drop it to 80%. Okay, the rate of roast we are looking at about 8 degrees Celsius per minute or 4 degrees Celsius per half a minute if you are looking at the manual screen. Alright, that's pretty okay. As long as it's under 5 per half a minute or 10 degrees Celsius per minute, that's pretty okay to me. We are now reaching about 160 degrees Celsius. The bean should start to turn brown. Right, as you can see, it's really turning brown color. And the roasty smell will start to appear. Let's drop it down further to 70%. Let's take it down to 60%. Reaching about 170 degrees, we are now into 9 minutes 43 seconds of roasting. Right, darker shades of brown. It's still not as dark, of course, at first crack. We should be reaching 180 degrees Celsius very soon. Right, and we'll be expecting first crack quite soon as well. Under 80 degrees Celsius. Let's check the level of roast. Right, you can see it's still on the lighter color of brown, it's very light now. But we should be hearing the first crack pretty soon. And again, at first crack, I'll vent out the air to 60%. And of course, I have to press the first crack. Should be happening anytime. Yup, I hear the first pop. Let's wait for the second one. Okay. Oh, that's a loud one. Vent out the air. Very nice color. Let's go for 15% development. Let's take down the heat to 50%. Closing to 10% development. Very nice color. $11, 12%. So I'm going to bring you closer to the machine when I'm going to drop the beans. We are now at 14%. So we will be dropping the beans very fast. Alright, let's drop. Switch on the air vent. So it's cooling down from all the four sides. There's one air vent here, cooling fan number 2. There's another 2 at the back. So there are altogether 4 cooling fans on this machine. Very even roast. Right, so let's wait for it to cool, and I will not bore you with the rest. And I think this will be the recording I'll be doing for the Singapore Coffee Association. So the rest I will probably not be documenting it further, because I think all of you have been following me through the roasting for the past 2 or 3 days, and this is very much my plan. And usually I'll plan my roast before I start, and I have run some math in my mind to sort of calculate whether my ROR is on the right track. And yeah, this is something that I do as a home roaster. You can see the bean has already been cooled down, less than 2 minutes. What I do just now is I scoop up those hotter one to the top, so that it can pull the hot air out. When I put my hands on the cooling tray, I can feel that the beans are cooling down. But it's warm to the touch at the start, but it becomes I can feel that the temperature is actually dropping. That means that the pulling of the cold air from the top to the bottom is actually quite effective. I can feel that the top layer is already cooled down. Excuse me. The bottom is still quite hot. Oh, really very effective. Yeah, it's already cooled down, so I can dip my hand inside and it's totally cool. So I'm going to shut off the cooling on the machine, and so that it won't be so noisy. So you can see that the noisiest part is actually when I cool the beans down. So thank you for joining me. I still have actually smaller batches of the coffee beans from Singapore Coffee Association. So those smaller batches I'll probably roast in another day. And I still probably have about a kg plus of lot 13, which I'll also be doing a testing, because I've just roasted a batch lot 13 some a while ago. So I have to taste that first before I roast another batch of lot 13 again. So I hope I can gain from this experience and learn how to improve my roasting technique. So thank you for joining me. This is CY once again. Right, it's really good to have you on. And please let me know what you think about my roasting, and give me some feedbacks. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Stay safe.